on the air. Make sure we're getting out to the other side here. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Rancho kitchen. Yes, we are. Let's see. I think we're going to be good to go there. Things set here. Sometimes it takes a while to. How you doing? I'm getting this set up. I don't know why this thing doesn't ever show, but that's not consequential. Give me can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? On here. Alright. Allison, how are you? Jacque Blue, Sweet Pineapple, nice to see you. Yes, okay. How you doing? Karina, everybody. Nice to see you. I'm getting my ducks all in a row. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I hear you. All right, there you go. Thank you. How you doing, Vanessa? DF Knock. Nice to see you. J Money. NNC. Looking thinner. Don't eat the lasagna. There we go, Wicked Widow. I'm not to be confused with Nigella Lawson in the kitchen today. Great audio and great picture. Yeah, we're going to have fun for a few 3-4 hours here today. We have a big fishing trip coming up on Thursday. Number one, let me thank everybody for being in here today. We got a big fishing trip coming up, deep sea fishing. And you can go in and search the Murphy channel and the O'Kelly channel, and you can watch a lot of the fishing adventures here. Yeah, don't I look like a Nigella Dawson? Not on your best day, Rosie. Woo! Not on your best day, baby. How you doing, Love Jones? Cassidy, how are you, sweetheart? The fishing boat that we're going out on, this captain is this captain. Thank you. Hey, Mama Ricky, how are you, sweetheart? How are you? I'm catching some of your stuff, lady. Lately, I'm glad to see you live streaming. I want to pop by. Hey, Kim. Yeah, Jacqueline Smith lookalike. Oh man, just getting a little something to drink. It's gonna be a hot one. It's 95. It's about 95 degrees here today. But luckily, it cools down at night. We got two things we got to do today. We got to make some Italian bread. Then I'm going to convert half of it tomorrow to garlic bread, and the other half I'm going to leave regular loaf. Quite frankly, I'm one of those people that doesn't really enjoy garlic bread. Yeah, I know you've been busy as hell. Yeah, I did. I lost not a ton of weight, just a little bit of weight. Look gorgeous in a paper sack. Matt and Eric, how are you, sweetheart? Thank you, Karina. Thank you, honey. Gotta lift my game for Vegas, baby. If I'm gonna walk the streets with D-Dub, I gotta be matched up. I gotta be matched up, man. Two things we gotta do. As I said, we gotta make the Italian loaf. It's not often I use the big KitchenAid mixer. Hey D, how you doing? It's not often I use the big KitchenAid mixer. And D, did you get your? Let me see if he got his. Let me see if he got his channel straightened down here. Let me see. Oh man, it's still not available. Smokes, holy hell. I don't know, it's weird you can go on. I don't know. I did. Oh, how you doing, Oda May? How you doing, sweetheart? I sent several emails. I hope I will get a, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You know, it's kind of weird. So, you know, I have to lift my game if I'm traveling in younger company, right? First thing you got to do when you're planning a menu like I have to do, breakfast is easy on Friday morning. You know, the boss and Janet will be coming over tomorrow after the boss gets off work, they'll be here around 6 o'clock or so, traffic permitting. They'll be bitching and moaning about the traffic coming up. As he always does, that's what makes the boss the boss. And they're expecting to be fed, of course. And I'm going to have lasagna. Janet's going to bring up a salad. I'm going to have the Italian bread. And I think that that'll be a plenty on the table. And we get up on about 3 o'clock on Thursday morning. We do have to be at the dock at 5 a.m. in the morning on a boat to get the spot. I just grabbed some coffee and I got some Nutri-Grain bars and just take that out. So, and then I bought a sandwich, a prepared sandwich today. And then tomorrow, Thursday evening, we should be having the fish feed out back. We'll be doing the, just like we did last year. We'll be, hey Sister Earth, we'll be doing the prepping, cleaning of the salmon. Hopefully we get a lot of salmon. We got a lot of, hopefully we'll get our limit of rock cod, which is 10 per person on there. So, and then I got to do breakfast on Friday morning, and then I may or may not head out of town until Sunday. I'm not really sure. I'm enjoying spending the time with Missy Jenn. Yeah, I've been checking. Cheers, craft beer pours. I got my fingers crossed for you and Trish. I'll get my fingers crossed. That baby should be dropping bombs away anytime now. Anytime. My best to Trish. I don't clean salmon. How you doing, Sean, the boss? Hey, Anna, how are you? Long time no see. I can clean fish, but if you look at the videos from last year, the boss gets yelling at me when you don't hold the knife right. You don't, Jesus, get away. He's the ultimate kind of alpha male there, pain in the ass. So, okay, any day, that's great. Craft beer pours. Well, give my regards to Trish, please. Okay, love her to pieces. Love following her on Instagram. Your whole family is wonderful on there, and congrats to your boys. What tremendous baseball players they are. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you should be, okay? So, two things I want to knock off today. I want to make a lasagna, and I want to bake it, and I want to just let it cool down and then refrigerate it. That's going to save me a ton of time tomorrow. I got a lot of running around to do. I got other stuff to do before we get away and get going tomorrow. And it's very easy to set the oven for 375 degrees and pop that bad boy in for an hour. It actually tastes better if it sits overnight. Okay. Anybody that cook? Joey D, how are you? I'm in the kitchen. I know it's hot. I'm hotter, baby. And Joey D, I'm heartbroken you're not coming up tomorrow. I'm absolutely heartbroken you're not coming up. You're not coming up for lasagna tomorrow night. I just boo-hooed. I hope that you'll reconsider. Okay. Anybody that makes Italian food knows, and most Italian things taste better the next day because the flavors meld or marry together better after they've been sitting for 24 hours, even under refrigeration. Then you heat it the second day and you got something good. Hey, Joanne, nice to see you, honey. Okay? But we need to start an Italian loaf too, because that has to have multiple rises here while we're messing around and doing everything else. I already started with 2 cups of lukewarm water in there, and I put a tablespoon and a half of yeast in there, just baker's yeast, and about a teaspoon of sugar to give the yeast something to gnaw on. I'm a moonshiner for years here, so I know yeast. I know how to get stuff. I know how to get stuff activated. So this is all ready to go. I'm using this big KitchenAid 600 professional mixer. Thank goodness. Last December, my friend Ellie recommended to me. She gave me a link that they were having a special on the Home Shopping Network or something. I was able to nail this for a really good price. And if you want to be supported, the text-to-speech thing is working good here. I never ask for things, but it's always kind. If you enjoy things throughout the day, feel free. Anyway, I like to use, if I'm having company, I like to use Bob's Red Mill Artisan Flour. Artisan Flour, sweet pineapple, cooks, bakes, paints, builds. Is there anything you cannot do? There's a lot I can't do anyway. Is this thing see-through? I don't know. I'm a little nervous all of a sudden. Although I know I always wear significantly less. Here, I don't care if I pour it over a little bit. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to drop this down. Oh, that just sprayed all over. And I'm going to add about 4 cups of flour in here. 1. I'm not the neatest person in the kitchen. 2, 3. Now we're going to drop this down. I want to also add about 2 tablespoons. This is what kind of makes it Italian as opposed to French. Only uses salt, flour, water, and yeast. Some of the Italian loaves will use a tablespoon or 2. Yeah, I know how to get it to rise. I love making things rise and making things rise and making things spread. That's my specialty. Anyway, I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons of salt. Don't make it real salty, okay? People don't want to eat a salt lick. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and drop the hammer down here. We're going to start at a slow speed, and I'm going to talk about some of the things that Julia Child taught me, okay? When I used to be forced to watch those PBS black and white things when I was growing up. Because my mother fancied herself in fantasy land as some kind of cook. So I guess she thought she was a good cook. If she watched it, it might roll off through osmosis. All right, here we go. We got to have a beer. It's way too early. How you doing, Alan Gold? Let's put the, we'll start that at low speed. And then I'll finish up with some regular flour if I need to. You just made chicken lasagna. I got to check it out. Tess, nice to see you, honey. The Pride of Pennsylvania, a true legend here on YouTube. A silver button holder for 100,000 plus subs. One of the greatest cooking channels that you will ever see on YouTube is that lady right there. She does Mexican food, she does barbecue, she does Chinese, she does it all. How you doing, Dawn? Alright, this will be like the equivalent of watching paint dry here. Oh, you got teeth again. Yay! Yay! Yeah. I got all mine. Except for 2 wisdom teeth. One on top and one on bottom on one side. I got all my original choppers. I'm so glad my spirit. Oh, okay, Cheryl. I'm sorry, honey. I saw that you got to go into the hospital. I know you want to go home. God bless you, honey. Hi, Christina. I think about you all the time, Cheryl. We're going to let that work around a little bit in there. Once we initially get this a little higher to get the sides cleared a little bit. You should never use this above like 2 or 3 if you're doing kneading. You can overheat your motor. This is a professional series though. I wouldn't recommend you buy one of those cheesy ones. One of those cheesy ones that you see advertised at like Target and stuff like that. Look at my face. There you go. Mine had a little light. Now that's a little wet, so I'm going to add a little more flour here. Incorporate a little more. I'm not much into measuring. You do this for so many years and you just know the way something looks. It's going to be on the order of it's going to be about 5 cups when it's done. And because I'm adding a little more flour, I will add a little more salt to it. Salt adds structure, don't leave it out. Salt adds structure to baked goods. Yeah, cooking your favorite. Yay! We got a long way to go today. You guys settle in with a Tuesday afternoon cocktail. And tonight, I might get my drink on. You know why? Because with the boss here tomorrow night, he's going to be a pain in my ass for the next 2 days. And Friday night, I'll be so friggin' tired. I better get my drinking in now. I don't know if the Streamlabs is difficult. If you want all the interactive features like I have with the text-to-speech that comes up, and it takes a lot of work. You know, it's not easy to do. It looks like I got some more sun. Yay! Can't beat flower tits, huh? I'm my Nigella Lawson look today. I look like I'm about 15. Alright, that's about like I like to see. That's starting to get a little bit better now. When it starts to climb up the dough hook, it's got about the right consistency. Now, let's quiz y'all. What does Julia Child tell you to do at this point? Once your flour, water, salt, and oil in this case are combined in the yeast, what does she tell you to do? No worries, Jen. It's never mandatory that you be here, honey, but it's always my honor to see you. Okay, so I'm happy to see you. Truly one of my favorite mods on the channel here. So, what does Julia Child tell you to do when you initially combine your ingredients when you're making bread? What does she tell you to do? And she probably made some of the best bread I ever saw produced. I don't care about Jean Pepin and all these other people. Nope, not chill it out. Not chill. Let it rest. Thank you, Carolyn. Let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. That allows, thank you, that allows the gluten, it allows everything to start setting up and combining in there. If you rush bread too fast, this is why it's always best to try to make it the night before, then refrigerate, and then pull it out and let it rise. But if you're going to do it same day like we are, it's important that you rest it, or else your bread will be like a cake. Have you ever had a bread that somebody made? Oh, Chris, you know, my neighbor down the street here, Chris, lovely gal here, who I was honored to meet in person. If I go to Chris's house and say, ooh, I made this great loaf of bread for you today. Oh, let's sit down and have some. And she takes a bite of it, and it's more like eating a pound cake than a bread. It doesn't have the chew. Yeah, that's right, Norm. And the Canadian Clipper in the chat. Nice to see you, Norm. Chris says it's too hot to make bread today, 95 degrees. Well, I don't have any options. We're going to be out on the boat. I got too much to do tomorrow to be fiddling in the kitchen. So I need to have every little thing, yeah, butter and slathered on. I need to have every little thing done and ready to go. Like chill, just hang out. That's right, Norm. You just got to let it rest for a few minutes. So, don't go anywhere. Take a break. Yeah, we're going salmon fishing on Thursday. Hopefully there'll be less anglers on the boat. Knock on wood. Knock on drywall. Because when we usually go on Friday, we're stuffed with 38 people on the deck of a party boat. And everybody's lines get all mangled and tangled and tempers start to flare. So we're hoping on Thursday there might be 10 to 12 anglers gone out. So I'm looking forward to that. Get yourself an adult beverage. Looks like I got flour titties. The French Ghetto Laundry. That's right. Don't call me Thomas Keller. Call me Nigella. Oh, man. I'm on fire today. Catch this high. Nola, how are you, sweetie? So grab a beverage. I'm going to stack some beer outside. We have the As many of you know, we have multiple buildings here on the Rancho, and I have another refrigerator in the Shine Shack, the granny unit, that I have to put some. Hey Kathy, how are you? What an honor to see you in here today. I hope the seas are calm too. Thank you, Nola. I've lost a few. You know, D don't want no fatty going. I'm not sure if we're going to smoke it. Everybody will take it. We'll portion it off into packages and things. Thank you, Kim. Just taking it easy on a very hot day. Shit all over me here. So let's see. How you doing prepping? So talk amongst yourself for about 5 minutes. I'm going to go stack this beer in, get this stuff loaded in, and then we will be ready to put the pedal to the metal, and we're going to knead this baby off really good here. We're going to beat it to within an inch of its life. We want a loaf that has a very high chew factor to it, okay? Not like eating cake, not like eating a piece of damn wedding cake, but having something that's got a good crust and it's got a good chew to it, okay? It should be springy, not, you know, spongy, okay? Oh, Cheryl, you're too sweet, honey. Hang out with the long rods, that's it. So it's going to be a long one today, Norm. We're going to have a lot of people in and out throughout the day because we got to knock off at a lasagna, too, to all get prepped up. So I will be back. Opiami, nice to see you. And Simon, mwah. Best to you and your wife. You know, it's funny, guys, like, you have to be a BBW for Elvis, and you got to be a, you know, like a trimmed down for the D, you know. All right, let's pulverize this baby now. Let's put the gas to it here. And if you're making food for people, whether it's yourself, and I always have to put that out here. If you're making food for yourself, or you're making food for guests and people coming over, God's sakes, practice safe handling techniques with your hands, with washing your hands. If you're going to touch any food, you'll see me intermittently wash my hands throughout the day. It's just a good practice. These are people you love. In the case of the boss and Janet, been friends with them for the better part of 10 years now. Okay, so here we go. Let's put the pedal to the metal. Ooh, there we go.
Rosie of all trades, woo.
There we go. Woo, thank you, D. D Dub Travels hits it there. Thank you, D. Much appreciated. Let's give D a big woo. Everything seems to be working. Thank you, D. Thank you, D. D's paying it forward, man. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Thank you, brother. All right. Yeah, they'll tear up my bathroom. Yeah, we get a big woo. All right, let's put this. Let's jam it. Let's rock this dough. Let this do the work. By the time this is, after a couple minutes, this will be really, the sides of the bowl should be pretty much clean. The dough should start to lose its stickiness too. D, thank you. I appreciate it. He's like, I ain't on that BBW train, Rosie. No, don't worry about it. I don't know, Pam. I think everything's working. Let me just test something here. Yeah, the donation thing is working. It's nice. There you go. Welcome aboard, new subscriber. I don't have super chat, but if I did, I guess I don't have super chat. It's not enabled here. Yeah, just a test. But I think everything's working. We're having a good time. Yeah, use that hook. Use that hook. I don't know, Pam. Don't worry about it, honey. Yeah, do it. Don't worry, honey. Just you being here is a wonderful thing. Look at how this is all shaping up now. That's the way it should start to look. Nice and consolidated. Feel like a slacker, baby. Are you gonna be drinking with me tonight? McNamara channel might be cut loose, baby. I don't know. Yeah, don't worry. You know, I'm more interested if crap works right. That's what I care about. You know, when I'm down in Vegas, yeah, I hope I get a good level of support. But I'm at home in a Rancho here, but I gotta make sure everything's working good down there. So anyway, that's looking really good. I'm liking the way that's looking. I like to need that. I like to stop every once in a while for about a minute or so. Let the gluten relax a little bit and let it do its magic. Oh, you're holding off drinking till Friday. Got your Crown and Coke ready. I packed my mixer ready to move to North. Start my new jewelry business. His doctor said no to India. Well, that's probably smart, Anna. Graham Kerr, the galloping gourmet, used to drink like a fish. I remember. I used to watch him, Norm. And that one, it turned out, I don't know whether he turned out to be a pedo or something. Jeff Smith, wasn't that it? Wasn't that, I don't know. I don't want to disparage anybody, but he's a public figure. All of a sudden they, just in time for dinner, all of a sudden they removed his show. The Frugal Gourmet. Yeah, Julia Child. Hello! Today on The French Chef, we'll be making bread. Yeah, Jeff Smith. Didn't he get in trouble? And then kind of, Ella Bella. Yeah, I love bread too. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Welcome aboard. Who doesn't like bread, right? Now I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to poke the dough to make sure it's got the right consistency. Okay? Don't be handling my food without washing your hands, okay? I get bummed out. I travel. I might go into, like a Dunkin' Donuts, and if I see one of the employees in the bathroom when I'm in there, and they don't wash their hands, you know what? It tells you a lot about what goes on in the kitchen and stuff. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. It's got some poke. It's already got some springiness to it. Okay, so we let that sit another minute, and then we fire up the Fire up the mixer. Make sure you get a nice big bowl. It's a warm day. It's going to rise quickly, okay? So, oh, thank you. Thank you, Alabama. Thank you, sweetie. Go a couple other minutes. Yeah. And we'll just drive it to it again. They always tell you never run these mixers higher than like 3 or 4 because you can burn the motor out on them. Yeah, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, homemade donuts, Rosie. I did, Miss Kitty. Look at my search box. Teeny weeny bikini making Krispy Kreme donuts. We made them right here. You always wash your hands before touching your junk. Yeah. Yeah, I know that place, Chris. Thank you, Nola. Now my beauty mark. What fucking beauty? I'll put that. Let me go put that little baby on there. Hold on. I even think Nigella Lawson had run. Shit. Let that really be good. You love that when I put that little beauty mark on, huh? Holy shit. Got a few white marks under the nose. I wouldn't kick her out of that. Oh, thank you. What do we got here? Oh man, D's doing it today. Woo! D-Dub getting it done. Let's give D a big woo! Thank you, D. Thank you, D. Hit that damn thing with some WD-40. How you doing, Jordan Blue? Enjoy a nice bottle of chilled wine. There you go. The Canadian Clipper Normat. Get that chilled wine out. You're too much, Steve. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. And I am looking forward to hanging and banging with you in Las Vegas, Nevada. You know what I got today? I got a challenge today to go back to that cemetery again and see how many, see if we can nail some more Black Widows out there. I got somebody commenting from New Zealand, Link Knight, but they weren't real Black Widows. Yeah, they were real Black Widows, man. They were the real deal. Okay, Winky. Rub-a-dub-dub in the shower. Yeah, it's nice to see D and sub up to his channel. He'll be hanging with me in Vegas. Be a good time. So, we'll head down there. Oh, you're from New Zealand. That's cool. All right, we're going to let it sit for 5 more minutes. Then we're going to give it our final. We're going to turn it out. And we're going to pop it in the bowl. And we're going to let it rise here. Okay? Ladies, we know how to make things rise, don't we? Huh? All right. So let me get this. Where in the hell that? Oh, there it is. Let me give you another trick. Don't buy Pam. Go to your restaurant supply store. You can get a container that's 3 times the size of Pam. Professional pan release here. Okay, they sell for restaurants. Use this stuff, same price as 1 can of pan. Okay, and it even works better. Oh, you don't eat donuts if you have. Yeah, so make sure you get these second channel there. I think it's always advisable to run with 2 channels anyway. I think it's always good. Yeah, I couldn't eat. I just couldn't bear having sugar or something cold. And let's have a snow cone. Hey kids, we need to go to the dentist. Let's stop and get some snow cones. Fuck me. All right. Yeah, so let's get D up to 1,000. Sum them up on your troll channel too, okay? That's my beauty mark. That's my Nigella. Yes, I'm going to have a salad tonight too. But I think I'm going to have a little bit of bourbon tonight. Because you got to knead this through really thoroughly. Really thoroughly. Look at how it's cleaned the sides. Trouble focusing. You get the idea. Focus, asshole. There we go. Come on, there you go. I gotta learn how to place it. It probably should be over a little more. So, I don't know. Hey, Jolene. Welcome to the kitchen, Jolene. Yeah, strangely titillating to watch. Yeah, so if you got multiple channels, please sub up Dee's travel channel here, okay? D Smith. All right, I'm going to feel this dough. It should not stick to you at all. Okay. It should be very pliant and compliant like a good husband, right? Right, ladies? What they say? Still breaking apart a little bit, so it needs a little more time, and it's still got a slight bit of tackiness to it, okay? That's the way you test, okay? That's a very good test. Yeah, we do a cook-off. Yeah, let's take over the let's take over the kitchen at the Bellagio Hotel. Oh, that's right. I'm banned from the Bellagio. Thanks, Marshall. Oh, that's right. I'm banned. Hey, Eddie. Julie, how you doing, sweetie? That's still Italiano. That's it. And one last little squirt of olive oil here. That'll help clean up the sides of the mixing bowl too. A little trick for you if you don't like to scrape all that dough and to the side. It's doing the cleaning for me. You got to go back and hear the story sometime. It's a long day. We got the royal boot. I'll tell you the story as we go along. It's a hell of a story. Oh, that was about 2 years ago, December. That was just when Dave the Fisherman came on the scene in November, December of 2017. And Lacey Rocks was on board. Alright, let's do another test. That's actually feeling better. One more minute, we'll be all done. You need brain surgery if you don't. Just mute your sound, Jordan. Making Cajun fried fish tonight. Woo! Down on the southern parts of the U.S., baby. Jolene Bowers getting it done. Getting it done. I'm a purist. Yeah, Lacey Rock plays piano real well. Don't get your wig caught in there. All right, there we go. I'm going to declare that ready to go. We're going to remove that from the dough hook, and it's not sticking at all now. Look at how clean that came off right there. That's what you need. If it ain't coming off like that, it ain't done, brother. All right, we're going to scrape it off the thing here. And I'm just going to form it by hand, okay, into a nice ball. Exactly what I'm going to do. And into the bowl she goes, like that. He wants to challenge me to a Rancho cook-off, huh? Let's see. All right. Son of a bitch, where's my wrap? Here it is. Alright, here we go. I'm going to just cover this. You guys really can't see that right now. And we're going to let that rise off real good. I'm going to sit that about in the sun for about 20 minutes just to give this a good initial pop. Then I'm going to clear off the counter and we're going to start making the lasagna here, okay? With a few twists. And I'm going to probably piss some people off when I talk about the lasagna. Some purists. Alright, let's clean this mixer up and get it the hell off the counter here. Yeah, I'm going to probably violate some Italian ethics, some kind of thing here. Yeah, I didn't smack it. She would smack it at the beginning. She would smack it at the beginning. Buy down in Yuma said he needs that box, man. I need mine, man. Imagine, honey, we're going to vacation in Yuma this summer. What the fuck? What are we going to do down there? We're going to roast our asses in an RV. Really? Really? I'm calling my lawyer. Alright, let's put this baby back on. And let's get this off the counter here. And let's get down to some lasagna business. Alright. forget this lasagna. You should try to make it the day before, then refrigerate it, so it has a chance for all the flavors to work together. Okay. Come on, son of a bitch. Go out of the way. Son of a... Oh, this kitchen is so small. Okay, there we go. All right. I don't know what this rotten apple is doing here. All right. Anybody ever go watch a show? You remember a show called, I don't even know if it's still on, America's Test Kitchen, with Christopher somebody, kind of a geeky looking tall guy. You remember that? Nope, I don't, Tim. And I'm going to tell you why. I watched a show called America's Test Kitchen. And they tested ricotta. And they tested cottage cheese. And I didn't believe it. I'm like, you're so full of it. But real ricotta has a fibrous, kind of chalky texture to it. So one day I went out, next time I was making lasagna, I got cottage cheese and I tried it, and in my opinion, he was correct with what he said. Hate me if you want. Hate me if you want. But cottage cheese really does have better mouthfeel, and it has a more, it adds a little bit of mildness amidst the tanginess that I really like. Hey, use ricotta if you want. It's all good. Number two, I like to dice up some pepperonis and add that in. Not a lot. Maybe 15, 18 pepperonis, and dice them very fine. And put them into the sauce too. I like my sauce to have a little bit of a wang to it, okay? A little bit of a boom when you bite into that lasagna, okay? Yeah. Let's not go down that road, okay? All right, I'm gonna preheat our oven here. I'm gonna do this at about 400 degrees. I can always back it off. Okay. We're going to do this on a convection. And I'm using a 13 by 9 inch pan here. You're like cook this at 375. I like to cook a little higher heat. Cottage cheese is the bomb. You got to have Italian sausage. Number one, don't use your old lasagna noodles that are laying around the house. Okay? Do me a favor. Go out, spend the $2.29 or whatever for a box of lasagna noodles, fresh ones, okay? They just don't taste good if they're not fresh. Now we're going to put our, I think we're going to use this. Let me see what we're going to do here. I need to brown off this meat, but I like to do it in here. So I think I'll brown things in here and then transfer it over here, and then maybe use that for the, we're going to use this for the noodles, the lasagna noodles, to cook them up. So let's work on our Italian sausage, and you should use a sweet Italian sausage. And I'm using 1 pound of sweet Italian sausage and 1 pound of a ground sirloin, okay? Try to avoid using chuck if you can. Come on, man. I always know when the son of a bitch. Let me get this. Jen must have cleaned off the stove. Always messes up the starboard. handheld sparkler. What the hell is this? Where'd this come from? This looks interesting. How does this thing work? The hell is it? Push here to open. What the hell is this thing? Where did this come from? Oh well. More useless shit around here. Alright, let's see if I can see if I can light myself on fire here. Woo! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Don't try this at don't try this at home. All right, we've got. Why is my sandwich for tomorrow here? The hell's that doing? All right. Let's go ahead and let's get pop our ground beef in. This is actually ground sirloin, okay? From Oliver's Market, and Chris knows that what that is. Spending money over at Oliver's, okay? And I'm going to be very careful grabbing that, picking it up right on in. Okay. Going to do the same thing with our Italian sausage here, sweet Italian sausage. This is the bomb, man. This is it. Watch the nips, huh? Yeah, watch the nips. Okay, and we'll wash our hands as soon as we drop this in. Right on in. Wham! Ooh, what did I miss? D-double-J! Woo! There we go. Cottage cheese is the best, baby. Thank you, Dee. Dee's lighting it up today. Dee is lighting it up today. All right. Thank you, Dee. I owe you the $9.99 prime rib special. He's like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, Oliver's is expensive, but sometimes I like to get a premium product. Thank you again, Dee. Let's give Dee a big woo! Coming to a theater near you in Las Vegas. All right. Chop that up real good. Get that all blended. You want that all broken up into small bits. Okay? The sauce, in my opinion, the sauce is the backbone of Italian cooking, is a good red sauce. Okay, now because we didn't grow any tomatoes this year, so I'm using Italian sausage and garlic for my base, and Prego okay. And I didn't have time to mess around and make my own sauce. That'll do as a good base unit, okay? And we're going to fortify that with a little extra seasoning. Okay? That's going to be real good. Wash my hands again. Boop, 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 boop. I'll be right back. I'm going to brush this down a little bit. it is a hot tamale today. You can smell that Italian sausage already. Gotta look down here. Overhead in Kitchen Stadium here. My big canoe shoes. That's all I'm doing is making sure that that's browned off really well. And I will take a little bit of onion, a little bit of extra, and I will throw it in. I do like it to have some chunk to it, okay? I'm only going to use about 1/3, only about 1/3 of a red onion, okay? That'll give it a little bit of amplitude to it, okay? Don't lose any of those juices in there. Alright. Oh, I'm going to have oregano. I got the whole thing. I got oregano right now. I need to spike it up a little bit. I don't want to do it overdo it. And I want to give a few pepper flakes in here too. I want people to sit upright in their seats when they get it. When they take a bite of it, I want them to sit upright and say, wow, woo. Just a little shake of pepper flakes. Make sure you break all that up good. And we're going to transfer this over to the other pot. A bit after that's all looking good. Alright. And mushroom. We got plenty in it. I'm also going to cut up some my secret weapon. Pepperoni. Take a good slug of pepperonis. Maybe about that many. And we're gonna chop these up a little bit too, okay? They're going to add a really nice undertone of spice to it, and it's going to blend in perfectly with the meat. Again, this is going to have people sitting up in their seats, okay? That's what we want. I want people to get up from the table and run around the block screaming. Okay. I've got all my pepperoni cut up real well right there too. Show you guys down there. There's no longer the special Joey D. It sucked. It was terrible. I had $11 lobster tail and steak. It was shitty. What a mistake. Okay, that's looking good. Now we're going to dump in our onions here. We're going to let them cook. Red onions don't need all the sweating that the other ones do. Then we're going to pop in our pepperonis here too, okay? Very colorful, very tasty. Let's let all that meld together. New York Cat, how you doing, babe? Down the Kitchen Stadium there. There we go. Let's see. Bringing that all together. I was at a where the hell I was. Someplace in there. I had lasagna. I couldn't believe. I said, what did you guys put in that? They're like, we had pepperonis to our. I thought, man, that is unbelievable. Oh, the house smells unbelievable. Our bread's out there rising. Just getting that all busted down real good. Okay, we're going to let the onions work together there. Release all those juices. Woo! Hello, my world OKC. How are you, sweetie? Nice to see you. Oh, wow. Here again, man. Save me a slice. There you go. Thank you, D. D is doing it today, man. On fire. Thank you, D. And let's give D a big work. It's fucking clap on, clap on. Come on, focus, focus. God damn it. Anyway, thanks, D. This little bastard will focus. I think I'm going to use a fixed focus. Hold on a minute. Son of a bitch. It's nice to know that everything's working now, though. Hold on a minute. Let me fix this focus. Little prick. Let me fix this thing. Alright, there we go. There we go. I'm going to leave it set at that. We'll turn off the autofocus feature because, well, quite frankly, you suck. Thank you, D. D-Dub for the win. Shoots and scores. And I want to give D a big woo! Alright, here we go. Everything's looking real good. Just keep reducing that down. Let those onions get in there. Okay. That's going to be delicious. Man, those pepperonis look good. I can't resist snitching one. Oh, I paid the price for it too. Ow! There's the Missy. Alright. That's looking good. 1 teaspoon of red wine vinegar. This will give a little more snap to your sauce, okay? This stuff is the bomb. Okay, red wine vinegar. Oh, I think our timer went off. That bread's probably doing good out there. I don't want to cook it. Oh, that red wine vinegar just brings out the flavor in all things Italian. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking good. Kitten Cat, how you doing? Put pepperoni in that sauce. As you can see the way that's reducing down good. I'm happy about the way that's coming along. Okay. A couple more minutes, then we're going to transfer it. I'm going to add some additional oregano to it. Fuck that. This is where you really get Italian. This is where I really object to a lot of Italian sauces. They're just getting too timid these days. And the red sauces, they're like eating it, I don't know. It's like eating if McDonald's had an Italian kiddie meal. Let's give some red pepper flakes, just a few. Just so people know they're alive. Okay, throw that in. Oh, I can't tell you to smell your... I don't use any parsley or anything between layers. Some people do. I'm putting a little bit of basil in here. Go easy on that. That's a strong one. Alright, this is looking great. Now we're going to go ahead and transfer this to the big saucepan here. Transfer this in. Let me go ahead and get my pot holders here. And now we're going to add our sauce to it, our tomato sauce and let this sort of fire away. We want this to reduce, and okay, that's going to be great. Okay. Oh, I can't tell you guys, the smell in here is off the chain. The smell in here is off the chain. Okay. Oh, that's good. Now we're going to open our sausage and mushroom. Let's go ahead and add a first jar to that. Some people like Francesca Rinaldi. I've made my own tomato sauce for so many years. This is like the first time I bought canned sauce, but we didn't grow tomatoes this year. So I'm mixing that real well. Okay, you want it kind of on the thick side. You don't want it too thin. Okay, give that initial work together. All right, then we're going to add our half of our second jar. Yeah, I usually make my own, but today, because we didn't grow any tomatoes, I'm using about a half of a, if I have any extra, but I like a very thick lasagna. I like it to be big and meaty, okay? All right. Now we can just put that on the low heat for a bit, and we can let that simmer away. All right. Then we're going to go out and check the bread and see how she's rising here. Let's put a low heat to that. All right. It's also important that you taste it and make sure that it tastes decently. Don't be sticking the same damn spoon in, all right? Let's give a taste on that, see what that's going to taste like. It needs a little more Italian seasoning. And that's going to be banging perfect, that sauce. New York Cat would agree. Lots of sugar. Yeah, we'll put a little bit of sugar in, but there's probably enough added in now that we don't have to worry about it too much. And let that come together real good. Right there, okay? This should be thick. This is not, you're not making, you could make a meat sauce, but this is not really suitable for spaghetti, okay? This is more to be used as a filler. I canned a bunch. How you doing, Susie? We harvested about 120 pounds of tomatoes last year, and I put up 5 gallons of sauce. And we've used all that up. Delicious. So everybody always compliments me online. Joey D had my sauce. No, you have the sauce that has it added in. I can taste it. It's a garlic mushroom. I can taste those. It's not hurting for garlic there, kitten cat. It ain't hurting. Okay. Last time I made lasagna, I had Dave the fisherman in here. Ah, you're not doing it right. I want to feel pot pie today. Wash a few things while we're waiting. Oh, wait. You got to adjust if you're using, store-bought sauce. You got to adjust your ingredients. The only thing I wanted to add was a little extra onion for texture. We'll leave 1 spoon out for some more tasting. Got our basic pan. I've got the mozzarella and I've got the Parmesan cheese. Okay. Yahoo! Yahoody, how you doing? Yahoody in the house. So we're going to let this work together really well here. Okay, we should be pretty righteous. Let's have another little taste here. I'd say that's pretty much bang on right there. I'd say that's pretty much bang on. Pretty much bang on. All we have to do is just let that simmer and meld together really well. There we go. Yeah, it's all right. It's been enough. There's enough. There's plenty of moisture released. I'll add about a half a cup of. I want it to maintain its thickness. Do about a half a cup in there. That should give it something to teethe on. There we go. I'm gonna let that reduce. And my kitten cat's intimating that reduction is kind of important. That's what intensifies flavor, is that reduction. Okay. I'm going to go look at the bread outside. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Start putting a few things together. We'll get our water boiling, and we're gonna make a lasagna. Got the I don't know why. Oh, that's peas there. Got Newton cottage cheese, small curd. Okay. Good one. Instant sugary foods. Yeah, I eat salads pretty much every day and stuff. So, all right, that's going to be a blazing good sauce right there. Okay, that's going to be excellent. So, all right, let's set this aside. 6 ounces of Parmesan, and what do I got? 1 pound of mozzarella. So that's going to be good. Yeah, there's no shortage of garlic taste to that, I can tell you. Reason being, I bought the Italian sausage and garlic here. So I can definitely taste the garlic in there. I just don't, sometimes I have stuff in Italian restaurants and it's so over the top. It's so over the top with garlic. Alright, so give me a couple minutes, guys. Take a break, refresh your drink, and I will be right back. Yeah, you can let it simmer for hours, but because my sauce is jarred sauce, it should be really good here. Okay. Well, that's ready. Man, talk about under the dome. Look at that baby. It's unbelievable. We're going to let that rise a bit more. Check that out. Under the dome. We can get it out of this. We can keep it in the sun a little longer. But let's not overdo it. Give it about 15 more minutes. Be right back.
Needs smell vision.
I heard something happen on there. Woo! Wow, D again. D, put your money away, man. You work too hard. I heard it though. I heard it. I heard it. Thank you, D. No more. No more. You've done plenty. You've already earned your dinner. You've already earned your dinner, brother. Thank you, D. I got a million fucking things going on in here. Thank you. All right, we're gonna fill this with some cold water. Welcome to Nigella and Austin in the kitchen today. Thank you, Dee. You should come over here to Larry and get a case of tomatoes. Yeah, I should. I think I will. I think when you come up, I'll ask you to pick up a case of them. Filling, ricotta chop. No ricotta. No ricotta. We'll add an egg for the filling. We're using cottage cheese. Baby, we gotta let this simmer along a little longer too. Hey, it's nice to know the Streamlabs is working. You know what? Fold on next. You know what the funniest thing was on Streamlabs? When somebody sends a message, and I'm not telling people to do this because this is a real pain in the ass, because this choked up the system for like 5 minutes. You know, I have a guy, Brian, with an English accent that announces the messages that people send, and it's very interactive and it's a lot of fun. But when you use close parentheses, open parentheses, heart, close parentheses, every time you put parentheses, it's like open parentheses, asterisk, close parentheses, close parentheses. This fucking thing went on for about 5 minutes, man. It was outrageous. It's funny as hell. Yeah, look at Kit and Kat. Look at America's Test Kitchen. They did a I do not like twist. What are you making? I'm making lasagna today, girl. Look at look up America's Test Kitchen, ricotta versus cottage cheese. And honest to God, I didn't believe it at first, and I tried it myself, and I'm right. Hey man, you're right. You're right. I said, you are right. And I started using cottage cheese from then on. And it had a better mouthfeel. There's something chalky. Something a little chalky about it. But that was correct. It's absolutely correct. And it tasted great. I like the Knudsen brand. We also have Clover, which is our local brand out here. Simmer good, baby. Mixing bowl, combine the ricotta cheese. So we're going to use the cottage cheese here, and 16 ounces of cottage cheese, and I've got about 16 ounces.
This better work, damn it.
There we go, Cobra John. This better work, damn it, and it does. And it does. Let me give a big woo to Cobra John. Hey, Vicky. No, you don't have to. Don't Don't do anything. You shouldn't have to subscribe to anything on Streamlabs. Thank you, Cobra John. Are you happy? It takes a while because it's on a moderated delay here. It's on a moderated delay. So, but thank you, Cobra John, for being a test pilot as usual. Poor Cobra John is slammed into the walls so many times here with just doing that. Finally, he's like, "Yay, it worked! All systems are go. All systems are going. It's going to be across all 3 channels." I'm going to dump the ricotta out, ricotta cheese, I should say, in a bowl down here. Okay. I like the containers for storing leftovers in. All right. You wouldn't get the message till the library closed. I know it takes a while to feed through, but everything is working. Everything is working perfectly now. Okay. Yeah, that's bubbling away really happily right now. That's going to be some kick-ass sauce right there. All right. Let that simmer away. Fun in the kitchen today. Thank you, Cobra John. Thank you, Cobra John. Cottage cheese. Yeah, cottage cheese. Mixing water and half teaspoon of salt and an egg. I usually leave the parsley out. I don't usually buy fresh parsley. I've never really had anybody notice the difference on that. Cobra John's like, this damn thing better work. That'd be the end of Cobra John today. Be like, thanks for the memories. Later. Later, Gator. Later, Gator. Everything okay, Jen? Okay, good.
Keep on your toes. Everybody presses through your home.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Everybody tries to screw you over.
Everybody tries to screw over the Missy.
So I gotta be in my toes all the time.
And because things roll downhill. You alright, honey? Just keep his eye on me here. Alright, now half a teaspoon of salt in there. Pop that right in. We're making lasagna today. How's that smell? There's the boss coming in to check. Gotta turn that really low now. Boss is quality control on the Rancho in all aspects of everything.
It's hotter than hell here.
It's hot. You're not kidding. You better
It's
get out
hotter
of
than hell.
You better get out of the heat.
It's hotter than hell, people.
Hotter than hell.
If I had another suckers, I'd be melting away in the wind.
We're rolling along pretty
Much
good.
love to y'all. I'll salute y'all with a glass of water.
You're not going to hit me, are you?
Not your fault. I had to.
Show them your patented.
I had to like.
Boom, boom. Let me tell you, the Missy's like a rock.
I had to get on the phone and straighten somebody's hours out because they mucked stuff up
She's
with
keeping
my
it.
stuff. And
She's
stuff.
keeping an eye on me here. They messed you up at yeah. They use
Yeah, man.
All right, we're gonna fold that together in there. Our egg and cottage cheese mixture. And instead of parsley, I'm gonna add one
It's not easy.
little bit of oregano in there. Okay. Give that instead of the parsley. I don't know what parsley brings to things, but I do know what oregano brings to it. Okay. All right. And we are rolling along. I'm just going to fold this in slowly. Here, we're making our mixture down here. Yeah. Winky said hi to you.
It's not easy being a queen.
It's not easy being the queen of the Rancho. Just ask who's the queen of the Rancho, and Missy Jenn will tell you. So there we go. We got our nice mixture ready to go. As usual, you should always take a test of it. That's going to be good. And then wash that off real well. Don't be double dipping the spoons around here and shit. That's a no bueno. No bueno, baby. Alright, that's good to go. Don't be double dipping. Well, if you can't taste parsley, I just, you know, not having it in. I don't think I've ever used parsley, and I've never had anybody go nuts. That's gonna be it, man. That's a kick-ass. Let's have another taste of that now. Man, is that good? All right, back to the bread. We're gonna let that reduce down. Let's get the bread back on. That sauce is kick-ass. Time to punch down our bread. That has climbed right to the top. Blew right out the top of the bowl. That's what makes it good, Kit and Kat, is like everybody has their own way of, their own little twists. And we're going to now punch this dough down and let it rise a second time, okay? Let's make a little counter space here. Wash our hands again. Oh, Al is like, yes, Missy Jenn is about 5 feet 9 inches tall. Whereas I'm about 5 feet 6 inches tall. Okay. Violence right there. Fold it in on itself. Okay. Turning out, we're gonna fold it into like a letter, 1/3, 1/3, pinch it over, and then gather it underneath. Use your hands and go under. Okay, sucker punched that bread, didn't I? What'd you think of that, Andrew? And look at that. Right back in for a second rise. I don't think we'll get that original plastic back on. Oh, we might be able to. You know how cheap the Rosie girl is. Let's get that on there.
Test number 2 to see if it's faster this way. Here goes.
Thank you, Cobra John. Man, I don't care about the speed as long as the son of a bitch works. Remember how many weeks we endured my beta testing there? Damn thing's firing on all cylinders now. Woo! Thank you, Cobra John. We got to have Cobra John down to the Rancho sometime. Hopefully this fall, like when we go crabbing, and maybe Cobra John will go with us out on the boat. That would be pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to let this rise. Thank you, Cobra John. Let's give Cobra John a big woo! Thank you, Cobra John. Let that rise outside. Damn, I missed another one. Who did I miss this time? They're going to be yelling at me. The towel threw itself. Cobra John, getting it done today again. Thank you, Cobra John. Woo! Cobra John. He's like happy the crap is working, man, or else he would put it in gear for the Rancho. Thank you, Cobra John. You know, Kitten Cat's right about one thing, simmering a sauce. Letting that come together. But I'll tell you one big advantage that we have here today is we're going to be baking this, and then it's going to be cooled down, and then it's going to be refrigerated overnight, and that's going to allow, I don't know if it usually works. Did you hit the right thing? That's going to meld together really well. Oh, it was D. Okay, it worked, D, but I guess the words didn't come through. Yeah, I'm sure Ellie would co-sign your recipe, but I'll tell you what. I'll enter a lasagna competition with anybody, baby. I'll enter a lasagna competition with anybody. Anybody. Yeah, I want D to hold on to your money, brother. Vegas is coming. And D, are you still in here? Tell me if you're still in here. Tell me if you're still in here, D. Tell me if you're still, yeah, he's still in there. D, I'm going to try that slot machine again. And I'm hoping that the curse of you-know-what has been lifted. And I'm not talking about Milton John. D knows exactly who I'm talking about down there. Don't you, D? Remember that? Every other time I've gone to Vegas, oh, that tastes so good. That tastes so good, that sauce. Every time I've gone to Vegas, every damn time I've gone to Las Vegas, I've always been able to nail a couple $100 on slot machines, but D knows the curse was put on. I couldn't hit the backside of a barn down there. All right, a couple more minutes. Let me just check something with Missy Jenn. Did I set the timer? I got to put the timer on that bread. We'll let it go for 30 minutes this time. It's going to be rising much faster. All right. Remember, if I'm doing text to speech in Vegas, I won't be walking away from my camera. Right. I knew, D. What a terrible friggin' curse that was, huh? Actually, D, I lay responsibility for everything on that. You know. Holy shit, finally I just gave up, you know. I said, you know, 40 bucks or whatever, stick a pork in me, I'm done, man. Got messed about with. Alright, I think a couple, maybe about 10 more minutes of that sauce simmering away. It's all tastes great. It's all together. Missy Jenn can buy organic tomato sauce in cartons. That's nice. Vegas is Sunday. Dee and I will be reuniting Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon in Las Vegas. I'm going to be roasted to a crisp by the time I get down there. I'm going to need some pool time in the afternoon. And then we'll grab something to eat and figure out. We might do the Black Widow chooch right off the bat on Sunday night. We'll see. Yeah, your thumbs up are appreciated. Jen, I'm happy to see you here today, honey. Let's go ahead and start putting the flame to her. Every time Missy Jenn cleans the stove, she blocks the sparker. So she's got a $3,000 stove or something. Woo! It'll burn out a couple times, but it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, Missy Jenn's what? Fisher Paykel, right? Convection oven. She's probably watching on her phone. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We are gonna have a rockin' good time. And you know what one of my subscribers sent me? Check that out. Check that out. You guys see that? Two $25 gift cards for Denny's. I mean, we're covered, D. We are covered. Got the greatest subscribe. They sent that. They said, don't want you guys to be hungry down there. Alright, that sauce is excellent. Isn't that nice? I got the best subscribers here on YouTube. And I'm very, very appreciative of that. Just out of the blue, just came. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm excited to be there. Have some fun. Do some chooching. Basically be, I'm glad you've collected some pool cards. I think we'll go back to Stratosphere again. That's sauce. Hey, Tom Finland. I'll tell you, I got the nicest subscribers in the world. All right, so we're gonna need. This will be about 2 layers. If I have any leftover sauce, I'm not sure I will, but I can always use it for another project here. Maybe make some. I've never made calzones. It might be interesting to make calzones one night. You know. They're pretty. That's I don't know if it's really creamy, but it's tasty. I can tell you that. It's thickening up very nicely, and it should be delicious. It should be really good. We got the bread going out there, so I don't know how long I've been streaming. Maybe an hour and a half or so. So we made good progress. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah, our breakfasts at Denny's are kind of legendary, you know. Like to fire up a little morning chooch and boom, boom, boom. Did you see me last time after Denny's? There was a guy. I was leaving, and the guy was playing Doris Day, and I got to sing with him. When I was young, and then I asked my mother, "What will I be? Will I be happy? Will I be rich?" Here's what she said to me. "Okay, Sarah." See, I got the text-to-speech now, so you guys can challenge me to sing on the streets and everything. It'd be a lot of fun. Good old Doris Day, man. The legend herself. Ask about the recipe beneath these. Which recipe? Why would somebody block your Harvey's Vintage Audio channel? Yeah, I'm sorry, Harvey. I'll tell you, sometimes YouTube is just like crazy. Yeah, that text-to-speech. I'll tell you what. Let's look at the sauce. There she is, bubbling away. That is ready to go. Mr. Z! Mr. Z. Maybe Mr. Z will hit the topless pool with us. Will Mr. Z make the scene? Huh? I think Mr. Z wants to go choo-choo. Okay, take care, Ober. Almost over. Take care. I think Mr. Z wants to go choo-choo with us. Harvey, I'll get it straightened out. Alright, so we're going to add some salt to our water. Never leave your noodles unsalted. You know those bastards in Olive Tree? They started screwing around with stuff and using less salt because they said it corroded the pots. The whole, you know. The whole concept just sucked of that. Alright, we got our olive oil in here. I think our sauce, we don't have to, that's plenty good. That'll continue to come together. And before long, we'll be assembling our lasagna. To handle the noodles, it's always good to have something like that. Okay, these babies are hot. You got to drain them. You got to hit them with some olive oil a little bit so they don't stick together while they're on the launch pad. Okay. All right, very important. No, I did it off the fly, but I have Jack A. Blue. If you look at my search box, you will see many times where I've made my red sauce. Okay, just put Italian sauce in the search box and you will see. Joey D's enjoyed it before. Joey D. I think maybe yeah, you can grab more noodles with those. You got to be careful. That's why it's essential you drain them real well and you hit them immediately with olive oil. Okay. Don't overdo it or nothing will adhere to the noodles. Okay, don't go crazy with it. Don't go crazy. I have a lot of times I have the recipes in there. So in my search box I've made Italian red sauce. I've probably made it 5 times on this and the Murphy channel. So. That sauce is declared good to go. So we're just waiting for our water to boil up here. I'm going to take a peek. If you use too much olive oil, you're making a mistake. Just enough olive oil to just make sure that you can separate it. If you use too much, then you'll be serving that, you'll be going to cut that out of your 9 by 13, and what's going to happen, it's all going to slide. It's going to look like a freaking mess. Okay, very important. Be akamai, be smart. Hey Katie, got an early break, so you're sneaking a peek. Well, Katie, we got the red sauce is all done with a little bit of pepperonis, Italian sausage, and ground beef. We got the cottage cheese and oregano and egg mixture there. And we're just getting ready to pop down the noodles here. No, don't use pasta sheets. No, I don't do that. I use the just the standard lasagna noodles. Just the standard ones. I'm glad everything's working. Thank you, Katie. I'm glad everything's working with the Streamlabs today. It's really flawless. I'm happy about that. I need that thing to be working. Chooching is so much more fun. All right. Let me peek at the bread. We have some bread going too, Katie. An Italian loaf is going out there, so that's on its second rise right now. That red wine vinegar, Asian rice wine vinegar, anything like that is going to give a little bit of magic pop to your, it's going to give what I call a leading edge. It cuts the wind resistance to your taste buds. That's the way I say it. I mean, it just adds a dimension of it, a little umami, as the Japanese say. Delightful. How you doing, Vanessa? What's going on, honey? Nigella in the kitchen today. Nigella's little sister. Yeah, I kicked her out of here. Too much sniffing. We'll open up our mozzarella too and get that ready to go, 1 pack at a time. And we've got our Parmesan. Last time I got to really good Italian Parmesan. And to tell you the truth, I didn't really notice the difference between the Kraft and the other. I didn't really notice a huge difference. So. How you doing? They call me Chicago. Ship something to Mississippi. You're always welcome to visit the Rancho, honey. Katie, a wonderful subscriber and friend for a long time on here. Yeah, we might be on Rosie Murphy tonight, kind of kicking it out a little bit. I don't know. I might drink some, have a little bit of bourbon tonight. Kind of kick it out. All right, we're almost up to a boil here. I'm coming to Mississippi. Let's go to Mississippi, baby. I found some of the people in Jackson, Mississippi, some of the nicest people I ever encountered. Not on these recent trips, but I was in Jackson, Mississippi. I love the state of Mississippi. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so we got plenty of noodles here. Bourbon Buzz. One time melted cheese splattered on the stove. Next day it turned into cement. I had to use a knife to get it off. Wow. Oh, you saw the waistband jumping the other night. Not quite sure what that means, but I'll give you an LOL. Well, that's what happens when you get cheese on your counter. All right, we're up to a boil here now. Let's go ahead. We're going to count out our noodles. Try to use some nice full ones. Set that aside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a busty. 7, 8. That's another lousy. 10, 11, 12, and always do an extra one because you will bust them up, okay? Always do an extra one just for good measure, alright? Start letting them sink down there, give them a little bit of a stir. Noodles a go-go. Let them all work down in the water. Don't let them join together. Make sure you get some of this. I got a little bit of olive oil in the water. I had a big family growing up, and some people in the some of my brothers, sisters like the stick together spaghetti. I didn't like that much. So, okay, there they are. They're underway. Oh, it should be all right, Mallory. How you doing? Should be okay. I've never had any problem with this baby. Trust me when I tell you, dog, it will be. There's my other boss coming in. Nice car, Mallory. I really dig that VW Beetle. I love the color. You got my favorite color too. What a color! Make lasagna, my God. There we go. That's my other boss, Mallory. Yes, Rosie, and you know it's about time you recognize the realities. Move over, Rover. Let Mallory take over. I do like that car. I dig that car. I can't believe they're not making them anymore. Can't even believe it. Shocking to me. Shocking to me that they're not making them anymore. I don't know. Yeah, but Jackie, it won't be mine. Today I used to use the jarred sauce. I'm still blowing. I went in a white one, but I have another white car. So, well, I thought you picked a good color. That's my favorite color. Is that like a, what do I want to call that blue? Cobalt blue? Is that like a cobalt blue? Is that like a cobalt? I think that's like a cobalt blue. No, Ace, you can see plenty of times where I've made traditional Italian sauce using my own tomatoes grown on the Rancho. Today, it's not going to make too much of a difference. It's faded. Oh, faded denim blue. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Still have major electric problems. They over-engineer them. Yeah, it's like a spaghetti bolognese. That's it. That's exactly what it is. It's like a bolognese. Let me get my strainer out. Keeping an eye on the bread too. That's rising real good. Be very careful in the kitchen doing this. Be careful handling, always wear good oven mitts. Some people will slightly undercook their noodles so that the heat of the oven will bring them to a crashing finale. I think that's too risky. I think that's a little risky to do that. I've had some lasagna that the noodles weren't cooked enough and you get a crunch with the bite. It's not the texture you're looking for on that. Anyway, that's really nice, man. A gift of a car. Shit. I was old 16. I told my old man I'd like to get a gift of a car. He said, you go get yourself a gift of a job. That's yeah, creamy vodka sauce. The color balance always has a little difficulty on cameras and stuff. Well, the Sopranos did authentic sauce in jail, but they didn't do something I did. I grew all my own tomatoes when I did it. Try that on for size. Harvested, processed them, and made it, baby. Top of the line. And I did 5 gallons of that stuff. 5 gallons. What do you think of the no-boil lasagna noodles? Yeah, that's a smart, innovative thing, Mallory. I applaud that. I think that's a legitimate thing to sell, you know. I think that's a really legitimate thing. You got marinara, you got bolognese. I think that makes it so much easier. I think that'll be a big hit with future generations and stuff. I think that'll be a big hit. Let me check this. Not only do I got to go fishing with the boss, but I got to feed the boss too. Oh, you don't like pasta, but you like the meat, though. That's cool. Oh, I need a chef's hat, huh? There you go, a toque. I think they call that a toque. Yep, I think our noodles, we can now drain them off. Remember to use a little bit of olive oil, but use it sparingly, okay? Use it sparingly. Let's go ahead and drain these off. Let's make very sure you should be able to ram a spoon through the middle of one. It ain't gonna matter if it's. Yeah, that looks good. Sit another minute. Better to be a little over than under. Stream for 90 days. Well, you learned a lesson. Oh God, Mallory, that sounds good. Eat leftover meat sauce over French bread the next day. Man, that sounds good. That sounds like a total win. Yeah, we're baking off some bread today too. It's on its second rise. Oh, looking good. After we get our lasagna in the oven, we'll get it formed up and the lasagna will be in, and after about, 1 hour? Yeah, 25 minutes with foil on and then 25 off, and then we'll pull that, and then we'll send that temperature up to 700, 800 degrees, and we'll bake off our bread. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. All right, that is done. Done. Okay, off we go. Don't put the pot on where the heat was, okay? Another bad mistake people make, okay? Do not do that. Shake off your noodles, so to speak, real well. Back in the pot. Get your olive oil out and hit them with a very light dose of olive oil, okay? Not a lot, just a little bit. Get that all work together in there. Okay. I've seen some people just dump olive oil on it and the whole lasagna falls apart. Okay. Do not sit your pot with your noodles back on the same heat source. You will burn them. Okay, you will burn them. All right. Let's see. All right, there you go, Dee. You are back in business. There you go. So let's go ahead and let's put down a layer of meat sauce here. All right. Refresh myself. Meat sauce, then the noodles, then half the ricotta, and then top with the mozzarella. All right, let's use our okay. Let us go ahead. Spread a good layer of meat on the bottom of this baby. Meat sauce down here. Pop that down there. Kind of spread that out a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to put 6 noodles. Let's get our grabbers here. Where the hell did our grabbers go? There they are. Sit that over there. Yeah, see, there's still a little bit of stickiness is exactly what you want. You don't want these babies to be all slick, and so the sauce won't stick to them. There's number 3. These tongs make it really good. Spread them out. That's our bread. If you overcook them, they're going to collapse on you. They're going to be like crap. Okay? You're going to have a really big mess. Okay, here comes number 6. They're going to be too soft and they're going to turn to mush. Okay, so there's our first layer of 6. Okay, there we go. All right. Now we're going to put down some of our ricotta mixture here. Just get it down first and then worry about spreading it, okay? You can't spread it on a noodle basis. All right. There she goes, just work that around good. This is not supposed to be a super thick layer of this stuff, okay? All right. Now I think it's a third of the mozzarella here. So let's go ahead and... I'll tell you, kitten cat, I knew, honey, you would... I don't know. Schmeggy, what's going on? All right, here we go. Let's put a good layer of mozzarella on here. Yeah, poor New York cat, man. She's just like, I can't do it. New York cat, look at America's Test Kitchen when they did a taste test of it. Okay, there we go. Spoon and a half, a cup of meat sauce over the mozzarella. This is a really light smattering here over the mozzarella. Spread that around a little bit, spread a little bit of joy there. Oh, that's looking like a lasagna. Woo! That's looking like a lasagna. All right, good. Now I think we hit that with a little bit of the Parmesan here, and then we repeat. Yeah, we got a big crowd. You know Janet these days, she's a big eater, right? All right, all right. All right, there we go on that. Now we just repeat. Let's get our... do our next layer here. Poor New York cat, man. She's dying up there in New York watching this. See how easy it is when you pour. Number 5. They've almost cooled down enough now to handle. We didn't have any breakage at all on here. And we're going to have one left over. Always make another one just in case. Okay. All right. Noodles. Yeah. And then we use the rest of our ricotta mixture here. Alright. When is the next road trip? Schmiggy, we're taking off on, I'm taking off on guys. I might be taking off on Saturday. I don't know. Might be Friday evening. I might be in Reno. I'm not sure. Let me spread that out. Some people make ricotta layers that are way too thick. Way too thick. Okay, ricotta, cottage cheese, whatever you're going to use. Okay, all right. Mozzarella. Okay, and let's see. Mozzarella cheese. Yeah, we still got. I think I'm going to add in a top layer of the. I think I'm going to add a top layer of the meat on there too. I got plenty of it. Put some more mozzarella on. Thank you, Schmiggy. I got my other boss is in here now. The incomparable Janet Fields. Little Parmesan on top of that. Oh boy. We'll save the rest to chop it up. I'm going to put another bit of sauce on top and then top it with mozzarella, okay? And we're going to be good to go and into the oven. All right, use all this up. Use all this. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. We'll hit that. All right, and that looks pretty darn good. All right. Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to hit it with the cheeses, and then I'm going to cover it in foil. 25 minutes. She's going to go in the oven. Okay, meanwhile our bread should be about ready to roll. Alright. Hit it a little combo here, it'll be fine. Yeah, this should really be, this should be some super good eating. I've never made a lousy lasagna, so. All right. Save a little mozzarella. It's good on salads too, okay? Coming along good. All right, and our final over sprinkle of Parmesan. I drove New York Cat away. She's like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Okay, that is gonna be super duper. Right there. To Missy. All right, let's get some foil on top of this baby. You went to Rancho for some lasagna. That's right, baby. Put this on top. sure you get a good grip on it. Be damn careful handling it, okay? 25 minutes. All right, and then we got time to do a little bit of cleanup. Let's get our timer on. And then we can bake off our bread. 25 minutes. Let's do a little bit of cleanup. Barbie Pena. Yeah, I used more mozzarella than Parmesan. Don't worry. I used 2 packs of mozzarella and 1 pack of Parmesan. Yeah, put the foil on or else you'll overbake the top of it, you know. Let me tell you, Barbie, I've done that before, girl. Now you being all Colombian and hot and everything. You get a pass. Let's see it. Barbie being hot and stuff. You know, it's okay, honey. We'll just go out to eat. Grab your coat. Oh, thank you, honey. No worries. That's what you get when you're Colombian, right? That's it. Foil comes off after 25 minutes. Vanessa, how you doing, sweetie? Welcome back. Rancho Kitchen in high gear. Getting ready for another fishing adventure. Janet will be bringing up the salad tomorrow. We'll have our pre-fishing dinner. That'll give the boss ample time to yell at me about all the fishing tackle and equipment and all that. Yeah, he always needs to have his Rosie time. That tasted like shit. Where is Missy Jenn? Give you a little doggy bag, honey. Barbie, bring your best baby doll nightie. Come on over Friday night. I'll light a couple candles, sit some lasagna down, and you'll have a little bit of Irish Rosie, baby. Well, if it's buffering, just make sure to refresh your connection. I'm showing a really solid stream figure here on Streamlabs. Has been very good to me today. I've gotten some nice support on here. Alright. Good, we're just about cleaned up. We'll get our counter in. God damn, Jenny. Sink is at it again. I'll have to deal with that later. One of our perennial blockages here. Yeah, it shouldn't be buffering. Barbie Pena in a nice white baby doll satin bow nightie. Woo! Make me the queen of scream, baby. I got the 410 on her, man. It ain't the 411, it's the 410. That's the inside information. Alright. I better lingerie. That's too cute. One night out, sometimes I get back on McNamara, get at some of the 90s, and for old time's sake, do the old naughty nighty baking and all that kind of stuff. It's not fun to do. Pretty much good cleanup. Jen, this sink went to it again. I don't want to plunge it now. Wait till later. Really pissing me off. I just had those dickheads snake the thing out. Do I still have my warranty with the dipshit brothers? Remember the dipshit brothers when they snaked that thing? And they give us a 90-day something. That's for the laundry basket. It looked like something out of I'm Larry, he's Larry, I'm Larry. Yeah, she is a beautiful lady. Hey, Jersey engineer, thank you, I appreciate it, thank you. Thank you very much. I tried going for the 100 to get always killed my ass in the head. Barbie, just post a video. We're very forgiving here. I wouldn't mind seeing you sweat. Just get some video and then upload it in rendered in half speed. Let that sweat drip off of you a little bit. All right. See, Rosie, you always have to go there, don't you? You always got to go there. I know. I can't help it. Can't help it if I like the ladies. A lot of ladies like me. Sophia, how you doing, baby? There's a gal I don't see enough of anymore. How are you, Sophia? Nice to see you. Hi, Vicky. I'm gonna have to go look, Barbie. Barbie is smoking. Smoking. I'm so pissed about this sink, Jen. The Dickwad brothers did it again. God, imagine if Marshall comes here. We'd have all the shit clogged up everywhere, you know? I just Elvis on the ranch. Call the plumber, baby. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Alright, we're just about ready to deal with our bread here. That's good, D. That's good. Good deal. Hope everything works out well for you and you get on a righteous path for the future. I like to save these containers for putting leftovers in and stuff. Yeah, Barbie's married, damn. Da-da-da-da-da, moonshine, snap out of it. Moonstruck, that was it. Snap out of it. That's the one line that won Cher and Oscar right there. Do-do, la da 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 dee da dee, la da 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 do. Let's face it, we all have Italian envy, right? Do 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 do, da do, do 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 do. I renovated the kitchen years ago, yeah. Got my nice, did videos of putting up the nice fan. Got the breakfast nook area over there. Yep. You can see my video, my 5-year journey on the Rancho. Heartbreak, sadness, tears. The whole schlemiel, baby. Alright. Our bread is looking good. It's now had 2 rises, lights too, everything. Lights, electrical, plumbing, everything. All right. And the shine shack. Every wall here was taken down to the studs. Walls were moved and everything. Okay. Bam. All right, let's get our sheet. La da dee 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 dee, la da, la da da dee dee, do 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 do. I appreciate the thumbs up, everybody. Thank you. Haters gonna hate, likers gonna like. And then we got the vast majority of the people in the middle. Don't always think about it, but that's not a bad thing. But it's nice to just remind people. Okay, we're gonna turn that out on the clock on the counter down there. Now remember, we're gonna put some flour down. We're working with a little wetter dough than usual, but that's a good thing. That'll be more air holes in there and stuff. That's all right, Barbie. I know you have talents, honey. Let's get our bench scraper. You should really have one of these. Okay, let's turn it over there. Okay, let's make let's pull that out into a rectangle shape. Okay. And then we're gonna fold it over like a letter, just like that. 1/3 down, 1/3 over, and we're gonna pinch it closed underneath of there. Tuck in the end, push in the end like that, and then just start to roll it. Pinch the ends. Make sure it's all sealed like a letter. Seal it with a kiss, Barbie. There we go. Okay, how does that look? That's a pretty nice looking loaf right there. There it is. Now we're going to jack our oven temperature. We got to let this rise. We got to transfer it over here. We got to let this rise for about 20 minutes or so, and then we can bake her off. Let me get my spray. New York Cat's giving me that seal of approval. Yay, she forgave me for the cottage cheese. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I also want you to get a skillet, an iron skillet. I want you to open your oven and sit it on the bottom of the oven. We're going to be dropping ice cubes down in that, so let's go ahead. This is going to give you some of my tricks. We're not going to jack up the temperature until the lasagna is baked off. It's still got 10 more minutes. It's that original temperature there. So let's go ahead and transfer this now over here. Okay, just like so. Then we're going to get our spray. We're going to spray the top of it. What the hell do I keep doing with that spray? I keep putting that shit away. All right. There's the Missy Jenn. Missy's getting ready to come in and check for cleanup duty. Make sure the Rosie girl is doing it right. Alright, we can set that aside now. Remember, put an iron skillet in the bottom of your oven. Okay? And then you're going to get about 2 cups of ice cubes ready, only when we're ready to put this in the oven, okay? Let that sit there and get its final rise. These bench scrapers are great. indispensable if you're going to be a pastry chef, particularly. Okay. You're also going to need to have a spray bottle. And we're going to prepare an egg wash too, but we still got time. But we want to let the egg warm up to room temperature. We got like a rhythmic dance thing. It's got to be done in a certain order here, okay? So far, so good today. We got no screw-ups. Let's get one egg out. We're going to make an egg wash. Don't bother buying a pastry brush. Those pastry brushes are made like shit. Go buy a regular, good quality Purdy or Blue Hawk brush. 1 inch, 1.5 inch. These things will do beautifully for you. They'll last forever. Okay, don't buy the junk that they sell for hoity-toity chefs and stuff. Okay. That's good eats, Gil. That's good eats. The lost art of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I agree. But we're in our highest gear in the kitchen right now. I'll have to entertain the troops a minute. I'm going to go enjoy a little bit of my cigar. Why don't you spend a few minutes with Missy Jenn?
Hey, Mr. Z.
Yep. Say hi to everybody. They're always happy to see you. We're in high gear.
It's too hot for me here. It's hot. I'm melting away.
Man, I boondocked in 88 degrees and 70% humidity, baby.
It's too hot here.
Woo!
It's hot.
Rosie girl's hot.
California is too hot for me right now here. I'm right now dying. Guten Tag, Karina Bachmann. Welcome, welcome. You don't have to retract that, Karina. Guten Tag. Thank you, Julie.
Streamlabs.
Welcome, Winky.
Streamlabs has been working good.
Sophia.
All the features are working. Don't forget my next dental appointment. How do you like that, Marshall, for December 16th? Get your
There you
teeth
go.
checked, brother.
Guten Tag, Karina.
I'll be back in 5 or 10, Missy Jenn. Entertain the
New York Cat. Andrew. Much love to y'all. It's getting too hot with all this stuff in here on. And I gotta wear this thing. I just want to rip it all off. I'm drinking my vitamin protein fruit juice. Jack Blue, thank you. Mwah. Thank you, Karina. Yeah, I've been losing weight. I've been doing that moringa. Woo, Mr. Z. I will. Woo. Hello, Opiami. Yeah, 100. It's 103 over there. That's I'm not sure what it is here, but 90 degrees is kind of my threshold where it's like pushing it. And then we got the oven in here on and everything. I don't know, it's just been today, it's been kind of hot, really hot. It wasn't too bad the last few days. So how's everybody else doing? This needs the motor. The motor needs to be fixed on this thing here. On this sink here. This thing has got all kinds of goop in it. It's plugged up again. Hey Dida. Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm wearing my basket. Cammy. Blinky says it's 106 where I'm at. Chewy. That's hot. Yes, I already knew it was going to be a hot summer. I'm hearing that it will be there will be a lot of rain coming in Florida. Towards the end of August, they will get, whoever is in Florida, you will get, especially in the Key West area, you will get about 24 inches total accumulation here towards the end of August. Well, that's the rain coming. Nice to see you, Mr. Z. Kaboom, boom. I still have something I found something for you, Mr. Z, that you will really like. A really nice collectible that I have from Germany still. From the Deutsche Fußball. That you might like for your to collect. Hello, Mr. Jeffrey Perez. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Vanessa McCradle. Oh, yeah. Let's see, it's 109 somewhere where Jack I think said, Jack Blue, it's 109. Yeah, I was gonna make a video today, this morning, a bikini video out, but then I had to get up real early and I got several phone calls today and then I had to go multiple places and it was just crazy today. A lot of problems came up today and I had to take care of a lot of stuff. So no new video until maybe this weekend or so. I might be able to make another bikini video. I strip my stuff for y'all. But yeah, I'm just struggling with the heat, Pam. The MS heat, the heat intolerance with the MS is like
I'm gonna just take the
90 degrees is getting my pushing limit. I used to be like 83, 84, 85 degrees.
Ooh, that looks good.
90 degrees now. I'm like really. I just actually took Georgie for a quick walk, so he could go number 2. So I get that out of the way, and then I can take a shower. And then call it a day in a little bit. Go to bed early today. I was up really early today. I was already on the road early. Hello, Goldie.
Then we got the crows at 6 a.m.
And just a lot going on today. Lots going on. I got some really wild emails and I was like, what? Are you serious? So I had to make some real serious phone calls today and I had to go to some serious places and make some serious conversations today and yeah, Not fun. Not a fun day today. But Missy Jenn took care of business today. That's the bottom line.
Taking care of business, baby.
I'm taking care of business, that's right. We shall not go down with this ship and not surrender. Da 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 da. So how are you doing, Sophia? Nice to see you. Long time no
Yeah, I
see.
can't believe Sophia's here. I haven't seen her in a long time.
A long time not seen. I never had Nulasta infusion, no. I'm working right now on getting my next Ocrevus infusion in the very beginning of October. Oh, the main house. And get that taken care of. I got
Oda May doesn't like me anymore.
got all the paperwork done and all that stuff for that. Well, look at all the stuff that's in here. That all needs to be wiped out. Because the motor is not working here. So this is
I
good.
gotta tend that.
Yeah,
You guys ever see my baking recipes?
look at all the shoots in there.
That's everything I've baked over the years on the Rancho here.
I'm actually, I gotta say, I'm really happy with the Ocrevus. I got an MRI done 2 weeks ago and I got the results back. I tried to read the report and it all kinds of sounds like Chinese, but I did look at the pictures and it looks like the Ocrevus has been really keeping everything pretty stable inside of my noggin. But I've also been taking that moringa now for a little over 2 months, a moringa herb. And that stuff is just really amazing. Wow, losing some weight, getting more energy, becoming more sexy.
Is it possible?
Becoming the total sex bomb. Yeah, I tell you, I've had several people now that started the moringa oleifera, and they reported back to me they already have very good success with it in regards to their diabetes and weight loss. And I already had now some of our friends, our mutual friends, Rosa and I have mutual friends.
Hard to believe, huh?
Hard to believe, but true. Yes, I've taken over some of her friends. I reel them in. And I'm not a fisher girl. But yeah, some of our friends have tried the moringa out now and they have some really good positive results with their diabetes and also some good weight loss, and also with the MS. I have some of my MS friends that are now on the moringa, and basically you just go to the store, go to the vitamin section,
I'm just gonna sharpen this.
and it's called moringa, MORINGA, 1,000 milligram capsule. MORINGA, and it's from a leaf from an African tree. And you take one capsule in the morning with food. They use it now even for cancer patients. Their mouse toast, put it right there in the thank you mouse toast for putting in there. You can find it on Amazon if you want to order it on Amazon as well. Take one a day in the morning with food. Thank you, Willow. Much love to you. Thank you for the compliment. I tell you, there are so many people now that I've watched on YouTube. It helps with blood pressure, with low blood pressure, helps with high blood pressure, helps with high blood sugar, bring it down, helps with cancer, helps with MS, helps with if you have enlarged prostate, they're using that for treatment for that now also as a supplement. Even in the medical field now they are starting to add that as a supplement. And I want to thank Cheryl Highfield for that. She's the one that pointed that out 3-4 months ago to me. And so I'm now a little over 2 months on that, and it's been a blessing. And so yeah, I've been getting feedback on a daily basis now from some of our friends that are on it, and they're loving the results of weight loss, positive impact with diabetes, and also with MS. Some of my MSs have the energy levels. The energy levels are just, you just have these energy levels like, you're like an energy bunny. You're like, you get up in the morning, you just like, tuck, 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 and you just keep on going, you just keep on going, you keep on going. Ah! It's just amazing. And it really took only 2-3 days of taking the moringa pill, the capsule. You swallow it whole, and it literally kicked in within like the third day. It just, wow. I mean, I consider it a miracle. And you can also find videos on YouTube. If you punch in the moringa and their therapy or whatever. So I'm an insomniac anyways, but then since I had the MS, I used to sleep 13 hours, and I'm now down to yep, Mr. Z, that's right, that does that too. But you know what, the moringa is a lot cheaper than that stuff. It only like $6 for like a 3-month supply. So for $6 you're good to go, like tuck, 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 for 3 months. But and it is legal, that's right. You don't have to ever worry about being pulled over and having that in your pocket. So I went to the grocery store and I just bought it on the shelf in the vitamin aisle from Nature's Valley is the company's name, and so yeah. So I found out through Cheryl Highfield here on YouTube. She's battling with severe health issues, and I was doing my coffee time hangouts. She came in the coffee hangouts and said, check out the moringa and then give that a try. So I did my research and basically just gave it a try, and ever since then I am, and me having such positive results, I am just really advocating that to anybody, that whether you have health issues or not, even if you are healthy but you want to be like living a healthy lifestyle. It is a superfood, and if you can use it as a additional supplement to your healthy diet. I've been advocating that like crazy because this is the first real thing besides, well, the previous is a medication that really is great for the MS, but the moringa is the very first herbal supplement that where I say, wow, this is like the magical thing. This is like the fountain of youth. This is like, I don't know, it's almost like, yeah, it's like a miracle.
Take a peek. Oh, that lasagna's looking good.
Yeah, it's looking good. Hello, William. Nice to see you. So, anybody wants to like try that out? It doesn't hurt. There are no side effects to that. If you take it as a, you can also get it as a tea. You can get moringa tea. But I recommend the 1,000 milligram capsule. There are no chemicals in it or nothing. It's all just the pure.
Alright, back to our regular programming. We got about
So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the Rosa gal. And much
Jen.
love to all of you.
Take it from
And,
Missy Jenn
so-
if it works. She'll tell you the straight up truth.
Yeah. We're live. I'm the sister of the Thugonomics. Give me some feedback, or give the Rosie girl some feedback about your experience. I'm always curious to get some feedback on that. So much love to all of you, and bye, Mr. Z. And always nice to see all of you. Woo! Peace out.
We'll see
Yeah.
Mr. Z in Las Vegas, baby. The Z-Man.
I'm gonna now get naked and go take a shower.
Thank you, honey. It's a crispy one today. Alright guys, we are back. Kitchen Stadium. We are back. See if I can reach the cam in here. Here's what our lasagna is looking like. I have to say that's pretty righteous. Alright. Now to make good bread. The difference between artisan bread, commercial breads, and what you and I buy. Difference is the commercial bakers have steam injected ovens. And one of the things you may wonder, why do you use ice cubes? Why do you use steam in the oven? Very simple. The longer you can delay that crust from forming, the higher the rise will be on your loaf. Let me say that again. The more you can retard or slow down the crust setting, the better your product will be. The more oven spring you will get, and the better product that you will get. You need to have a very sharp knife. You need to score your bread. You need to also have a spray bottle. Spray mister here, okay? Spray mister, thank you Jordan Blue. That was funny as hell what you showed me today. You need your spray mister here, and you need to jack your oven temperature up as high as it will go. This oven here goes to 800 degrees. When the lasagna comes out, I will jack the temperature up to 800 degrees in this oven. And when this bread hits, and I guess we should, she's got the stone here. When we remove when I remove the lasagna, I will put the baking stone down there, okay? When that sheet with the bread hits that baking sheet, which is hyper hot, that baking stone down below, that heat will immediately start transferring up to that loaf as well as the heat on the outside. By pouring 2 cups of ice cubes into a skillet, you're going to introduce steam. Those ice cubes are going to melt. They're going to cause the oven to fill with steam for 5 to 8 minutes at very high temperature. You're going to bathe that oven like it's the most humid day on planet Earth. Okay, that's going to delay. How you doing, Dagan? That is going to delay the crust forming on the bread. Okay, and also spraying it and spraying the sides of the oven when you put it in. It's going to be amazing. Okay, don't be afraid to use high heat. Commercial bakers, artisan bakers use high heat. They use stone ovens and brick ovens and things like that. Okay, I see you here, Harvey. Do not be afraid of high heat. For 10 minutes. 10 minutes only. 10 to 15 minutes. And we're gonna also hit this. We're also gonna hit this with an egg wash here today. Okay? And that egg wash is gonna give a nice golden color to it. Okay, nice golden brown. And we're gonna have a beautiful crust. Then tomorrow I can slice some and make some garlic bread, half garlic and half regular, okay? It's gonna be delicious. All right, hot as a volcano, that's it. That's exactly right. Don't be afraid of high heat. Why do you think your oven is built? Commercial ovens are built up to 1,000 degrees. When you make a pizza, it gets blasted at about 800 to 1,000 degrees, all right? There's a reason, there's a science behind it. All right. Then after 10 to 15 minutes at very high heat, we're going to back the heat off to about 425 degrees and bake it off for a half hour. I have a beaten egg here with a tiny bit of water and a brush. We're going to brush the top of it, okay? All right. I think I got things pretty well cleaned up. I've got a clogged sink I got to deal with later. We're about 5 minutes away from pulling the lasagna. All right, there's a beautifully formed loaf there. Keep it moist. All right, very important. Cover that good. So we're 5 minutes away from pulling that. We can sit this over here. We're going to pop the lasagna right here when it comes out. All right. All right. Harvey, as soon as I can get to the other computer, I will go in and I will get everything unblocked for you. No worries, mate. No worries at all. No worries at all. I got you covered. Thank you, Dagan. I'm like a Nigella Lawson's sister in the kitchen today. Okay, good night. Take care, Harvey. The baking stone I'm going to heat for about 10 minutes. It's going to pick up heat very quickly. Okay, anything that helps transfer heat to that pan that the loaf is sitting on is going to do wonders for creating a great product. Alright, we're coming up on 3 hours. We've gotten a lot done here. A lot done here. And that lasagna is going to cool down here for hours, okay? Don't put it in the oven when it's super hot or it will sweat and everything else on top of it. Hey Willow love, how are you? This is where stuff starts to get exciting now. This is where stuff starts to get exciting. You hear the big gospel and the big shtick in these all media Sophia, absolutely. It's about 105 in the kitchen right now. But the Rosie Girl is built for all weather climates. Never let them see you sweat. Right, New York cat? There was a smell, but that bread's going to smell good, Mark. That bread is going to smell good. That's exactly right. We're coming up to the big crescendo with a whole shebang today. Oh, thank you, Dagan. You're so sweet. Oh, thank you, Willow. It's been an exciting day. I can't wait. We got about 2 minutes and we're going to pop the lasagna right here. We'll inspect it. First thing you know, I got to get the baking stone in and I got to get the temperature jacked up. Made to last. That's it. You got to love mouse toes. Mouse toes, mouse toes, mouse toes. All right, here we go. Let's pull our lasagna. Let's pop that temperature up. Make sure you're protected, okay? All right. Oh, look at that. Woo! Oh, yeah. Temperature up. Let's put the stone in. There we go. We got our iron skillet in the bottom too, okay? Don't forget. We'll do the drone flyover. There she is. One beautifully executed lasagna. Yeah, the well done bitch tomorrow is going to be rebaked at a low temperature to get her cooked through. 350 degrees, 40 minutes to an hour. Okay. Bring the wine. There you go. That's good. So we got our temperature. We're getting ready for part 2 of the show. Very exciting. Thank you, Opiami. You are planned in that lasagna. Yeah, I'm the junior Nigella Lawson, huh? Hello, everyone. Have you ever had a good spot of English tea? Spanky, what's up, bro? How you doing? Spanky Ham, the King of Cheyenne, in the chat. Nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. Little bit hanging off the side. Oh yeah, it's all there. It is all there. So we're gonna give that about 5 minutes. Tell Jen to make some homemade German food. Yeah. We got spazel, we got everything else. Let's see. How about one beer? How about a quick beer while we're waiting here, huh? The deliciousness is there. All right. Let's see if I can sit the camera here for a couple minutes. Let you guys keep an eye on the lasagna. I'll be back in a few. We got about 5 more minutes to let that really heat up there. Have you overdosed on the lasagna? Woo! Hey, look pretty good, Vicky, huh? All right, let's clear the decks. Let's make some bread. All right. Tuck it in one more time. Okay. Then we're going to take our very sharp knife. Do 3 very nice scores, just like that, right on the top. Okay? Take our pastry brush. We're going to give it a good coat. We might coat it before the 10-minute mark. When we got 10 minutes to go, we will overcoat it again. Okay? That'll give us a lot of crunch. Okay? Now, let's get some ice cubes. We're going to get about two cups of ice cubes. Alright, now you got to be careful doing this. You don't want to be burned. You want to open this Drop your ice cubes onto that hot skillet. Give this a quick spray. And right into the oven she goes. Be damn careful. That baby is hot as hot can be. Let's set our timer for 10 minutes. As hot can be. Right in there. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Do a little more cleanup. All right. All right, and she's on her way. Resist opening the oven door, okay? Let that steam stay in there. Opie on me's like, F you, Chef O'Kelly, there we go. Alright, have a little bit of cool water, man. That lasagna, you cannot believe. This smells like an Italian kitchen in here. It smells like an Italian kitchen. Got to resist opening that oven door. Okay. You got to also resist picking at the lasagna too. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate that. We got more to come. More to come, the grand finale today. I'm going to grab a picture of this real quick. And I'll have a picture of it sitting side by side. Oh yeah. Trick is when it's hot to stay really hydrated. That's the key. Any plans to visit the UK? Not in the immediate future, but eventually I'd like to get back to Europe. Last time I was in London was 1995. That's a long time. But I would definitely like to go back to Europe. Yes, it'll work with yeast rolls too. Yeah. Just give them that initial blast of heat. That's the key. That's the key to it all. And how are you, Cindy? Nice to see you. This is like the critical time right now. Those yeast are gone crazy. They don't know it's the final dance. So they're in there having the time of their lives inside that loaf, man. They're just going crazy in there. Absolutely crazy. No, I've never made vegetarian style, Diane. Thank you, Cindy. It'd be interesting to do that. Jackie V. I should have a glass of wine, right, with this. Do. North of England, I'd love to cook you a vegan feast. I'd like to have a vegan feast sometime. Are you up near Belfast, up that way, Willow Love? Not Belfast, I'm thinking not Belfast, but up at above Manchester up there. Yep. Oh, Liverpool, cool. I hope you aren't planning on going to Hong Kong anytime soon. Well, I think it's probably the most interesting time to go. Don't you think, Joey? I always got to be where the action is. I'm allowed to be there. Oh, I always do well at Italian restaurants with stuffed shells. Totally, I remember you're totally vegetarian. Meanwhile, I'm with Diane eating a big ass hamburger down in Studio City down there. Thank you, Captain Caveman. I appreciate that. Oh, the kitchen just, about 15 more minutes and all the smell of the bread will come up and complement the lasagna. I think that's going to be a pretty righteous feed. I think everybody will be pretty happy tomorrow, don't you? Go by boat. The airport is closed. Yeah, well, they'll reopen it again. I'm used to dealing with commies. I know I got a humongous roast beef sandwich at Art's Deli. Yeah, that was pretty cool. There's got to be some smaller, like Jewish delis too, that are up and coming and stuff. I mean, Art's is like really full service. They got the counter. They got a huge carry-out business. Man, they pack them into that place. All right, we got 5 minutes. Yeah, Janet's going to be bringing a salad tomorrow. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, I think people will be back for the grand finale to see how it all turns out in the end. Thank you, Shannon. Nice to see you, honey. I'm glad you've been around a bit again. It must be my... I'm going to start wearing one of these from now on. I've gotten a lot of sun this summer. Oh, you've been doing art contracts. That's cool. That's great. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever say that. Cupcake, how you doing, sweetie pie? We got some bread in. Let's show Cupcake the finished product. She's a gourmand. It's all nice and bubbly and rich. Oh, it's been a lot of fun today. It's been a blast. We're at about 3 hour and 20-minute mark. Everything's coming together. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. I have to just refrigerate it tonight. Everything will get even more flavorful, and then tomorrow get some red sauce heated up and then overtop it with some red sauce and serve it. Top it with some red sauce and serve it. So this takes care of a lot of my work tomorrow. I got to get the bed made up in the Shine Shack and get the water heater on and make sure everything's all ready to go. For companies coming. Like who? You're too cute, Opiami. Ever had pastrami or corned beef on rye? That's really a Jewish specialty. You know, I love pastrami and all that. Yeah, we're fishing on Thursday, Cupcake. We're fishing on Thursday. I wish Joey D. I wish you were coming up. All right, it's time to back the heat down. Let's take a look. See what we got in the oven. Oh yeah, look at that loaf coming up. Let's back the heat off. All right, back that heat off to about. I think we'll run it high for about 5 more minutes. I want that to get a good dark. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll do much fishing videos this time, but I will certainly do the party afterward. Try to do a little bit out there. Okay, we got fresh bread. Now I want to temporarily bring this out to the counter, and I'm going to overwash this with the egg wash again. Okay? Be very careful though. This is delicate. All right? This is still at a very fragile, delicate stage. All right. This is what builds up your crust on it. Okay. All right. This is the real deal right here. All right. Back into the oven she goes. It's high temperature still for 5 more minutes. Okay. Bam. I've made Jewish rye bread before. Fresh loaf of rye for an elderly man in a nursing home. I love rye bread. I love pumpernickel. You know, Joey D brings us up this pumpernickel bread. Ah, love it. Pumpernickel bread. I've just been cooking for years. Willow Glen baking. Joe Smith, how are you doing, sweetie? Let's give my good friend Joe Smith a peek here. There's our lasagna. Yeah, I made black and white cookies too. Yeah, I love any type of dark bread, rye bread, especially pumpernickel bread. I love that. That beer was good. All right. Reluctant genius. I think to me the caraway seeds really make it. I don't know. I love that flavor of caraway. Yeah, Joey D's had the bread before. He said that bread is out of this world. Joey, why don't you come up tomorrow? Put it in gear and come on up. I was kind of upset when Missy said you weren't going to come up. Yeah, I like the rye loaves with the butter Outback gives. Yeah, it's coming along pretty good, Cupcake. We're going to give about 5 more minutes at high temperature here. You can see the oven spring that it had. It really popped there. It really popped. That's what you need. That's why you bake at very high temperature, to get that really high oven spring. Just give me the bread and butter. Remember, high temperature for 15 minutes. Put a skillet in your oven, on the floor of your oven, an iron skillet. Give it a good egg wash. And when you go put it in the oven, throw those 2 cups of ice cubes into the skillet and let it go at 800 degrees or higher for 10 to 15 minutes. And then back the heat off, okay? And you're going to have a beautifully sprung dough. Yeah, I think they have goulash. I'm going to take half of it and I'll probably make garlic bread out of the whole loaf tomorrow. Just re-crisp that with some garlic flavor. Yeah, I'll probably do that, Jackie. I will probably do that tomorrow. Yeah, I made a couple cherry rugalashes the other night. We got about 2 more minutes. That's looking good. We want that to get really brown and high temp. Okay, very important. That's what separates a regular loaf from an artisan loaf. Don't be afraid of heat. Heat is your friend. It's not your enemy. That's the important thing. I think I will end up making at least 2/3 of it. I never made cabbage burgers, Spanky. Never did that before. But I like to do things real time. Yeah, good German bakery. Made some lasagna, Lindsay. How you doing, honey? Just threw down some lasagna. And we got some artisan bread going in the oven there. We're doing it all today. That look good. Yeah, we got that, and we got a nice Italian loaf here. Nice Italian loaf. I guess my signature dish, which I've made many times on YouTube, is my Italian beef stew, which everybody kind of thinks is the cat's meow. People really seem to enjoy the Italian beef stew. Yeah, that bread's looking good, huh? We got about 3 more minutes, and then we're going to knock the heat out. Oh, I wish I could have met you in Milwaukee, Cupcake. Yeah, we had the Broad House, but I'd like to see a little German hole-in-the-wall, Spätzle, all that kind of stuff. Love to see that stuff. Love to see that stuff. Now, it comes in tomorrow evening. I just need to get some things pre-made tonight. Since I'm going to be making some of it garlic bread, I can just re-crisp it tomorrow. And we all know that lasagna tastes better when it's twice baked and thrown in the oven there. So it needs to sit overnight and join and meld all together, all those flavors overnight under refrigeration. They do excellent. They do great. It's always better the next day. Italian food is always better the next day. Sparky said, you chop up cabbage and cook it with ground hamburger, then wrap in dough so it cooks like a big bun. That sounds pretty good, Sparky. Spanky, I mean, that sounds pretty good. That's a runza. Anything with tomatoes better the next day. You're right. Cupcake's been on my crazy train for years. Yeah, leftover garlic bread does make great croutons. You're right. Okay, now it's time to back our heat down. Oh yeah. Let's shift that. Let's give one more coat on that. And we're gonna back it down to about 425. Be careful, high heat here. Right. Okay. All right. Shift it around a little bit. This is the difference between artisan bread and just standard home-baked loaf of bread, okay? I got friends coming over. I want to give them the very best, okay? Back into the oven. And we're going to roll that for about 25 minutes or so, okay? Homemade macaroni and cheese is usually better the next day too. That's right. You got to make sure this thing has this, believe it or not, this heat hasn't even reached on the inside of the bread yet. So you got to take into account. That's why we lower the temperature down now and we let it really bake through. Okay, and that will continue baking in the internal. 10 minutes after we take it out of the oven, it'll still be doing its thing on the inside. Hopefully, we'll get some nice big pockets in there, and it'll look like a real Italian loaf. Hoping so. Williams, you sent me an email recently, right? You sent me a really nice email, right? Making sure I got the right William Wallace here. Okay, that was a very nice email. Thank you, William. I really appreciated that. You're a hell of a nice person. Hell of a nice person. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, Julie. I never feel like I've worked a day on YouTube since I've been on. Yeah, you could roast some garlic balls, yeah. I'm not really a fan of garlic bread myself. But other people are. Turned out too acidic. Just to add, instead of adding sugar, a lot of people add sugar. Take about a quarter or a cup of shredded carrot and dice that up really finely, or put that through a food processor, Jackie. And that's actually even a better way to cut acidity now, is when using carrots, okay? I wouldn't even use sugar anymore. I would use, more and more people are turning towards carrots that are finely processed, and you can't even taste the carrot. Yeah, you were about to say carrot. There we go. Your finer chefs are using carrot now, exactly. You like a good bread dipped in olive oil, Italian style. The carrots do a little better, I think, at cutting acidity than. Oh man, replacing sugar with dates is good. Yeah, Julie's like, I used honey once and it was shocked it worked. That's a show I really used to enjoy watching, was America's Test Kitchen when that was on. I thought that was pretty cool. Grated fresh carrot, when you cook the garlic and onions, exactly. Or you can pulverize them, do all that too. All right, guys, we got about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna be all good to go today. Take another peek, man. That loaf is looking good. That baby looks store-bought. Be back in a couple minutes. Oh, it smells so good in here. Oh man, I'm trying to do 10 things at once. Date place, macaroni grill, that's nice. Check on our bread. Looking good, nice dark, crusty. 15 minutes to go. Gotta stay hydrated. It's 110 in here right now. Remember, don't be afraid of high heat. Okay. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that, honey. I don't have anything to do for 15 minutes. I got flour all over me here. Oh, thank you, Cupcake. It's my Nigella look. Like a little my eyes are popping because of the damn heat today. That's why my eyes are popping, but thank you, honey. It is hotter than a mofo in this kitchen right now. With that oven going at 800 degrees earlier, woo-wee. Yeah, ice cream counts as hydrating, Sherry. Yes, it does. It does count as hydrating. I might have a little bit of a drink and go round tonight. Maybe I will, huh? Because it's going to be hell with the boss the next 2 days. Did you do this? No. Did you do that? No. Do I got to do everything around here? Ooh, 4 hours on the feet. It does something to you. Oh wow, it's 5. It's almost dinner time too. Should I raid the lasagna tonight? Yeah, I need a pay raise. That's what I need, Sherry. I need a pay raise. The Queen of Casserole, Alan Gold. Fit flops rock for cooking. Yeah, flip flops. I've just got, these are good support. These are the Skechers. Yeah, you need to make sure it tastes good, right? How you doing, Mark Handler? Nice to see you. Hope you have 84 servings. This is probably, I would say, 12 decent-sized servings. on here. I think it's designed to serve 12. Art support. Oh, fit flops. Okay. Fit flops. Okay. I got to get ready. I haven't been chooching too much lately. You know what I mean, mouse toes? So it's going to be a little brutal at the gate in Vegas. We might start with the East Fremont Street chooch, just to kind of build up. I saw some old buildings I want to go poking around down there. Mouse Toes, do me a favor. Could you send me a link or something for them? That would be great. 1 serving for cupcake. That's it. No, Chooch is not smoking dope. It's gone out and on the streets and cutting up and having fun. Might be a little too hot for block parties, but we'll have a good time out there. I'm watching you watch over me. There we go. Chooch means jackass in Italian. We're leaving, I'm leaving Sunday. I'm going to be meeting up with Dee on Sunday evening down there. Sunday afternoon. Well, everybody on the board certainly knows what the hell chooching is now. Alright, we're down to our final 10 minutes here. That's pretty cool. 4 hours to knock off some bread. Oh, chooch means smoking something smokable in Canada. Yeah, that's where I got it from originally. Was in when I worked for Royal Bank of Canada in Hong Kong. No, I think his channel came back, Spanky. You can check it, D-Dub Travels. Yeah, London, Ontario, that's it. This thing is really kind of see-through, I don't know. Chooching and smooching. That's it, we got the 10 minutes to go. Are you getting excited? Yeah, pan of lasagna. Top that off with some nice hot red sauce tomorrow night, and then you really got it. Then you really got something. Glass of red wine. We got the grand finale coming up. Better get my rack ready. Not my rack, the, you know, the yeah, it looks pretty good. Mama Rosie giving Stewie a shout out. Stewie! Stewie! I can't say that too much. That triggers people around the boy when I do that. That triggers people. London, Ontario has black squirrels. That's interesting. Black squirrels. I was in Ontario. I don't think I ever looked at the squirrels though. I don't know. Interesting. Black squirrels. Yeah, the breast of is pretty funny. Yeah, that loaf is looking good. That thing is probably about 5 more minutes and we're done. Shit, Thomas has white trash, huh? Isn't that called like New London around there or something? I don't know. A place to live, a place to grow, Ontario. I get squirty and impish sometimes. Well, that's what makes you. That's what makes you really cool, Shannon. You know, you got a feistiness too. Here comes a flyby fruit attack. What's up, Janet? There's dinner tomorrow night, babe. Woo! Bet you'd like to be getting your maul down on that mofo. And the bread is just about on its way out. Text to speech is working right now. It's all going to be working across all channels. I was very lucky today. I had six donations that all work flawlessly on the screen. Yeah. It all worked beautifully. Very happy. Sweating, yeah, it's about 110 in here, but I'm going to be eating well tomorrow. Flying raisins. You getting excited? 4 minutes to go. We're actually going to turn the heat off now and let it just finish off. Golden State, how are you? What's up? Golden State in the house. We're getting ready for the big finale here. Yeah, everything worked beautifully here. Give you guys a sampling. Everything's all working good. Woo! Welcome aboard, new subscriber. Everything's working good.
This is a test donation for $1.
What a brat, baby. What a brat.
This is a test super chat alert for $52.
Yeah, everything's working good. So the text-to-speech will be rolling for the streets of Vegas. It's going to be awesome. Everybody can give a big woo! Everything is working beautifully. It took me 2 weeks. How you doing, Brad? Nice to see you. There's the King of Buffalo. Brad, look at this. I think your beautiful wife would... Hey, that's all right. Lasagna time. All right, time to pull it. Oh, yeah. There it is. One beautiful artisan loaf. Crusty. We're going to get it onto the cooling rack. And let me tell you, that's going to be good. Let's go put it on the rack. That look good? That's the difference between regular bread and artisan bread there. Alright, this ain't no home-baked loaf. Oh, yeah. There it is. Oh, wow. We're going to eat good tomorrow. Oh, it's going to cool down good. It'll cool down good. Everything will be all set. Janet's going to bring in up a salad. And we all, what time should we show up for? Put that as the thumbnail today. There she is, man. That'll be a nice thumbnail today. There it is. That should be all right. Cool down. Hope not a baseball bat. Oh, heck no. Thursday, hottest day of the week. Okay. Nice pick for the bid. That's what's going to be the thumbnail. I like to get a couple different pictures to choose from. It's been a good 4 hours on here today. Well worth it today. Well worth it. Yeah, it's going to be a nice capper on it. So, well, we'll be out on the water most of the day, Janet. So we'll be in good shape. Anyway, guys, there it is. A beautiful artisan loaf. Should be some good eating for tomorrow. It's about 110 in the kitchen. I'm not sure what the outside temperature is right now, but it's been another very productive day here. I sure want to thank you guys for being along. I might be getting my drink on tonight and having a little bit of fun later on, a little bit of adult hanky-panky. That may be on the Rosie McNamara channel. Make sure you are subscribed, okay? Or it could be on the Rosie O'Kelly channel. I still don't know. For those who showed their tip me at, I really appreciate. Thank you, D, Cobra John. Very appreciative of that. You know, we're only gearing up over the next couple days for more and more content, and it's going to be a barn burner. The next 3 to 5, 6 months are going to be off the fucking chain. You know it, and I know it. Thank you so much, everybody. My moderators, thank you very much. Big shout out to Jen, Kim C, and of course the irrepressible Mouse Toes and everybody else. Yeah, there's the other channel for Rosie McNamara Fun. Maybe on there tonight. Cupcake Zinger, thank you, sweetheart, for being here. I appreciate that. Take care, Joe Smith. Thank you. Had a great time. More fun times ahead. We got the text-to-speech working like a charm again. Woo! If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please take a minute to do so. Thanks for being with me. 3 minutes and 57 seconds of fun. I love you guys being on the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Golden State, Winky, everybody, Stephanie, Sherry, thank you, Mark Handler as usual. Spanky, take care, my friend. Thanks, everybody.